I didn't want to fanboy out when I met you, but I'm a huge fan.
Thank
Just
you
to let
very
you know.
much.
I really love your music.
Thank you
I think
very
Dave
much.
Cross was the first guy who turned me on to you. I think,
Really?
yeah. I don't remember how. Just remember him telling me about Exile in Guyville.
Do you mean Mr. Show?
Yeah,
David
yeah,
Cross?
yeah. He's the one. Yeah.
He was a big, Mr. Show was in my happiest touring iteration. Like, that was what we watched every night after the show. We'd hit the bus and everyone would watch Mr. Show till we passed out.
That's a genius show. I think it's like for Bob. I mean, Bob did great on Better Call Saul and Breaking Bad. And he's done a lot of other stuff that's awesome too. But there's something about the two of those guys together. A very unusual combination, and their writing is just so bizarre and weird. But they did a Netflix thing for a while. I don't know if are they still doing that. Do you know?
I think he's doing those other shows now. I don't think so.
Too bad. Anyway, Dave Cross introduced me to Liz Phair. So there you
Well,
go.
I'm. That's a nice touchstone since it was part of my touring life.
There you go.
I feel very good about that.
So you got, what do you have now? You have a box set out coming out? A compilation? Is that what it is?
Yeah, it's kind of like it's a reissue of my first record, Exile in Guyville, with the original Girly Sound tapes that I made on a 4-track in, late 80s, early 90s.
Was that when you were living at home?
Yeah, that was when I was recalled back from San Francisco, having not gotten a job and run out of money and grifted my way across like the Bay Area. I mean, I had a place. I was rooming. Everyone from my college class moved out to San Francisco, basically from Oberlin. So I went too. And I made these little cassettes that I forwarded to 2 friends, and one of them got super busy making copies of these cassettes and sent them to every fanzine in America with this like glowing recommendation. And all of a sudden I was living at home, still didn't have a job. And I would get these envelopes coming to me saying like, please make me a cassette copy. Here's $10. And can you imagine what happened to the $10? Like, how awful is that? I truly just I was like, great, thanks. I
Thanks
wasn't
for
making
$10, right.
like there's about like 100 people that didn't get their cassette, but I wasn't making the cassettes. But anyway, that's sort of Taewon Yu is actually the person who made lots of cassettes and sent them around. So I have him to thank.
Did you have a thought that you were going to eventually make it or be a big singer, or was that even an idea?
Not a clue.
That's
I
crazy.
hated being in front of people. Like, I would not want to. I loved being in the studio. I loved recording. But I was super stage frightened. And I couldn't think of anything I'd rather do less than get up in front of people and play music or do anything.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow. But
It was hard.
But
yeah.
you obviously have a love of music.
I love playing music. I get very self-conscious with a crowd.
You got to pull this sucker up to you, otherwise we're not going to.
I get very self-conscious in front of a crowd.
Still?
Not so much anymore. I
Yeah.
do about 2 weeks before I hit the stage, I will stop sleeping. And then,
Really?
yeah, and I'll
2
work
weeks.
myself into this kind of cold sweat when I think about it. And like, I'll be like, can I leave the country? And then, like, I get on the stage and it all comes back to me and I'm like, I've done this a million times. This is the best job in the world. And
Wow.
I can't psych myself into that feeling until I'm actually on stage.
Maybe that's just because you care about it so much.
Probably. I'm
Yeah.
too alert. We should be smoking those joints that are not
We
in
can.
that head.
I have some over here. No?
Can't even imagine where we'd go with that.
We do it all the time. If you want, let me know. We're about 10 minutes in and you change your mind.
Okay.
Anytime. Let
If
me
it
know.
gets really rough, if it gets really personal, maybe I'll.
Yeah, sometimes you have to. You know?
I'm a very awake person.
Well, that's a good thing. That's the more sensitive you are, though, the more you have to consider all the possibilities, and that's what could keep you up.